What's good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay. I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that way anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So just wanted to go over a few things with you guys today. If you guys haven't already heard, the IRS has decided to extend the tax deadline till May 17th, giving an extra month for y'all to get your affairs in order. I mean, we pretty much knew that was going to happen. They are severely behind. Now, taking into consideration because, and the only reason why I want to say this is because in another video, I saw a comment from someone saying, when I was saying that we should, be grateful to all the first responders, the EMTs, the paramedics, the firefighters, law enforcement, and I also mentioned grocery store workers. Well, I also, it goes without saying, of course, we definitely owe our gratitude and thanks to those that are working in the hospitals and clinics, doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners. We definitely owe a lot of thanks and gratitude to those people. That goes without saying. But I had a comment in a previous video where someone basically said that they don't give gratitude, or they don't express or say thank you to people for just doing their jobs. And the reason why I wanted to say something about that comment is because, first of all, everything that everybody has endured for the past year is above and beyond anybody's job. I don't care what your position was in 2020, even as a grocery worker. I mean, being realistically, you guys have seen the news. You've seen the stories. People are fighting, you know what I mean? When grocery store workers are having to tell customers that they can't enter into the store without wearing a mask. Some people have gotten violent. That is not a part of the job description, okay? So I'm saying it again. I'm showing my deepest gratitude and saying thank you, because without you guys working for us and doing what you needed to do, I just think, if anything, last year should have taught us that we all are pretty much interdependent on each other, okay? If there's nobody working at the hospitals, then we can't go to the hospital to be healed. So I'm going to leave it on that note. Now, I have a couple of questions, and I do mean a couple as in just two. Pretty much a lot of the questions that I was getting from my previous videos are the same. If you guys are having any issues with accessing your transcripts, then you can ask for them or request them, I meant to say, via the telephone. You don't need to have an account to request your transcripts via the telephone. You just need to have the tax year and then I believe some personal information, okay? I did do a video on how to access your transcripts. You will need the last four of a credit card, or you will need an account number to your a mortgage if you pay a mortgage, or a auto loan number, like if you pay a car note. So you will need some information as it pertains to your credit, and then your personal information, social security, name, address, yada yada yada. Okay, I did do a video on that. In terms of the number that I called to speak with an IRS representative, I call 1-800-829-0922. Now, I generally call when it's later in the evening. It is open. IRS is open between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So I wait to call after 5 p.m. Everybody is on different time zones for the most part, so there are a lot less calls in the queue. For most states, by the time I call, it's already 7 o'clock in their area, so they're no longer calling, okay? So I would wait to call and speak to someone after 5. The closer to 7, the better. And the option that I use to get in contact with someone is I press the option stating that I have received a notice or letter in the mail. I have not received a letter or a notice in the mail, but I use that option, follow the prompts. It's going to prompt you, read off a whole bunch of different topics, and then it's going to say, if you have not heard your topic, press 3. Then it's going to prompt you to enter in your social security number. Then it's going to give you another 7 topics, and then it's going to say, if you have not heard your topic, then stay on the line, okay? So you want to just follow those prompts, and yeah, eventually you will get to somebody. I do end up waiting on hold for maybe 10-15 minutes, depending on the time that I call, but it hasn't failed me yet. I have gotten through, and I know that some of my other viewers have gotten through using the same method. 800-829-0922, okay? Now, the last two questions I have, this person was over the threshold. I'm assuming that you're talking about your income limits. Over the threshold in 2019, plus dependents, some dependents on SSI. Will I get the stimulus if 2020 tax return is not process. So it really just depends. Sometimes if your if your tax return is still showing that it's processed on the IRS end, they may have access to that information, and sometimes they may not. So I know that doesn't really give you a whole lot of clarity on that, but it's a possibility that they may have process your information, meaning it's in the system to where they can go in there and look at it and see that you qualify for the stimulus this year. It's a possibility. However, if you don't get your stimulus for this year, you can claim it, I'm sure, when we go to file our taxes next year in 2022. Again, I know it does not offer you a whole lot of clarity, but that's the best information that I can give you as of right now, because some people are having their tax return saying still processing, but the information from that tax return has been updated, and so their stimulus is based off of that tax return, as well as direct deposit information, or if they're going to be receiving a paper mailed check or economic impact payment card. Okay. Whereas other people have their tax return still saying that it's processing, and they have gone off of their 2019 tax return. So it really just depends, I guess, on where you are in the system as far as this year's tax return is concerned. Okay. Should I amend taxes to get funds back for unemployment? I'm going to say no, because that's what the IRS has stated. They have made a statement saying that you should not amend your tax return if you've already filed your tax return. And I'm in that same boat. So I will definitely keep you guys updated, of course, because it pertains to me as well. If you guys have received unemployment and you did file your taxes already, okay, then I would suggest that you not amend your taxes right now, because again, that is the guidance that has come from the IRS. Okay. Now, stimulus payment update. So far, approximately 150,000 paper checks are in the mail. Now, one thing that I did want to tell you guys, I did do a video about this last year when the first stimulus check came out. Here is a simple way to track your stimulus if you are expected to receive it in the mail. So you guys can sign up for the United States Postal Service. It gives you scanned images of your mail on a daily basis. They will send it to your email if you sign up for the United States Postal Service account online. What happens is, with certain types of mail, and let me be honest and 100% transparent about this. You sign up for this, there are some times where you'll get mail that will come in the mail, but they may not have scanned a picture of it and presented it in an email to you, because I've had that happen where sometimes I go and check my mailbox and there are pieces of mail in there that I didn't know were coming. But for the most part, I believe that because the stimulus checks are an official piece of mail, they're coming in an envelope that makes it very obvious to see that it is a stimulus check. Those will be scanned in. And so you should receive a picture notification the day you're supposed to receive that in the mail. So sign up for a United States Postal Service account online, and you'll be able to track your mail, all mail. Okay. More batches of the payments will go out in the coming weeks through direct deposit paper checks and economic impact payment debit prepaid cards. Okay. So SSI recipients and those who receive VA benefits will get stimulus automatically, even if they don't file taxes. So I wanted to let you guys know that this was actually on the IRS website. Okay. There are so many articles right now that pretty much have the same information when it comes to stimulus and tax returns. If you receive any of those extra government benefits that I mentioned, then you don't have to take any necessary steps. They are aware that you do not file taxes. So whatever steps that they took to get you guys your stimulus payments last year, I'm pretty sure they're going to be repeating that same process this year. For those of you who kept asking if they're going to be mailing out any more stimulus checks, of course, they already mailed out 150,000 paper checks as of this week. Most people should have received their first stimulus direct deposit as of yesterday, which was March the 17th. I'm expecting that maybe there'll be maybe, and this isn't from the IRS, this is just me guesstimating based off of how their system has been working. There should be another mass update either tomorrow or Monday of next week. So I'm definitely expecting that there will be another wave of direct deposits that will be going out, and that Get My Payment tool should update for most people as of next week. Okay. Now, I said a mouthful, you guys. Some other information that I wanted to give you guys as it pertains to, let me see here, college students and SNAP benefits. I wanted to update you guys as well on SNAP benefits, pandemic EBT. I still have not seen California. I don't know what's going on with California. I don't know why it's taking so long. I don't even know right now if it's still in the hands of California when it pertains to pandemic EBT. Another thing that I wanted to alert you guys, if you are in California, remember that we still have that $600 Golden State stimulus coming to us. I got on the Franchise Tax Board, which is another government official website for California state taxes, to see that those should start to go out in this month, in March. Now, they didn't give a for sure date. The only thing that they gave was like a timeline. You should be receiving that $600 or $1,200, depending on which scenario you fall into. You should be receiving the California Golden State stimulus approximately 45 days after you have filed your California state taxes, and then 60 days after if you're expected to receive a paper mail check. Now, it does also say on the website specifically that if you received a tax advance from your tax preparer, that they will send you a paper check in the mail. Okay, even if you have direct deposit information on your tax return, you will receive a check in the mail. So I suggested you guys in California pay attention to your mail, because you may have an extra little something coming from the California State Franchise Tax Board. Okay, now, in terms of pandemic EBT, I wanted to give you guys the names of the current states that have currently been approved as of today. Again, I have been checking. Literally, I'm on the hunt. When I tell you guys I'm on the hunt to see what's going on. As of today, we have Arizona, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky. This is for pandemic EBT 2020-2021. Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Nebraska, New Mexico, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Now, for the names of the states that have currently been approved for emergency SNAP max benefits for the month of March. I'm not seeing anything as of right now for April, okay? But for the month of March, looks like we pretty much got everybody on the list. Might be a few that's missing. We have Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Guam, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming, okay? So those are the names of the states that have currently been approved for emergency max SNAP benefits. Okay, now, so we've got some extra SNAP assistance going on in Ohio. It says, with the recent passing of the 2021 Consolidated Appropriations Act, more college students are able to access Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP. The Ohio Department of Job and Family Services said in a statement, as a reminder to students, the temporary exemptions added in the recent federal legislation apply to students eligible to participate in a state or federally financed work-study program, or students whose families cannot contribute any money toward their cost of attending college. Students who qualify under one of the exemptions must meet all other SNAP eligibility criteria before they can be approved. And then we have a statement here from the director, Matt, I cannot say his name, I'm going to try, Schroeder, I think is what it is. But we want to ensure that Ohio college students know about this temporary change because it could help them put food on the table. The amount of SNAP benefits has also increased for an individual who purchased and prepares meals alone, not residing in a dorm, and receiving the majority of their meals through a school plan, to a maximum of $234 per month. The new benefits will be in effect until 30 days after the pandemic federal public health emergency has been lifted. Okay, so I highly encourage you guys, if you are in Ohio, if you are a college student, and if your family and friends, if you don't have anybody that is helping you by sending you any type of monthly allowance towards your college expenses, and you also meet all of the other eligibility criteria to go on your state's website and apply for SNAP benefits. Okay, I definitely think that it will lift some weight off of your shoulders. Okay, so one last thing that I wanted to tell you guys about, not official business, but I did manage to purchase me some glasses from this company called Abella. I am an ambassador for their company. This is not a sponsored video, but I wanted to share this information with you guys because I know quite a few of you have already received your stimulus payments, and the rest of you are expected to receive your stimulus payments like me, which, by the way, you guys, a quick note when it comes to you being in the IRS department, I did want to let you guys know this. Again, I am not a tax preparer, a CPA, financial advisor. This is just me being 100% transparent with you guys. So what I did see from my tax return, the only major difference that I made, and it wasn't a major difference, there was an adjustment made on the amount of the money that I was supposed to receive back, but it was only 30 cents. I doubt very seriously if it should take as long as it took for them to go over my tax return. So I'm sharing this information with you guys because I believe that if you are still in processing or in the error department, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something major in which there's going to be a major exchange of documentation between you and the IRS. It could just simply be something small. It could be something on their end that doesn't even have anything to do with you. And I still pretty much believe that a lot of people that filed their tax return early, which is what the IRS released as an initial statement before the IRS started accepting returns, was for us to file early. So if you filed early like I did between the 12th and the 13th or somewhere around that time in February, right around when they first opened, then 9 times out of 10 your return probably got resequenced back into the errors department. It doesn't necessarily mean you have an error. Now, there are going to be some cases where errors are a factor in your return, but that's not the case for everybody. What I'm seeing and the information that is coming back to me, that for most people it was something really, really small, or it was nothing at all, and they just had to sit and wait for their tax return to be released. Okay, so that was just a little bit of quick information. But one thing I did wanted to share with you guys is I did purchase these glasses from this company, Abella. These are blue light glasses. I wanted to try them because my job, excuse me, you guys, my job pretty much consists of me sitting down at a desk and looking at a computer screen all day. These are supposed to protect my eyes. So I'm going to try them out, but I highly suggest that you go on there. They've got some nice, pretty good sunglasses on there for you guys. I don't know if you guys are into sunglasses, but we are coming up on that nice summer weather. I did get me a pair of nice sunglasses, but I will leave the link down below in this description box. But on that note, you guys, I'm going to say, remember to live, love, and elevate, and I will definitely see y'all in the next video. Peace.